I knew that was open, but I didn't know that we were here first.
Yeah, I didn't know either. The audio was coming out of the computer then?
Somebody will be there, don't worry.
I can hear you now.
Dave, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Everybody listed on the attendance.
Dave responds, you're ready for your.
Yeah, no, did for a few seconds, but then he said we were reconnecting, so.
I didn't-
Lisa's yelling at me about no volume.
She can't hear us.
Right.
I wonder if we take this
He
out.
said not now, but he did for a few seconds, so whatever happened there.
It's like the guy said.
Okay, she said, just came on. Just make sure.
And I can see that it's recording or it hears volume, like it shows a little indicator.
Yeah, hold for a second, because Lisa said.
I can hear you guys.
Make sure Dave can hear us.
Maybe she was talking about overkill, either way. Oh, yeah.
It is on now, Lisa's saying, okay.
Okay.
So they can hear us. And I'm hoping that Dave can answer. If you can't, we'll put him on the phone.
Okay. Right now, he's muted.
He's muted?
Dave. He showed up for a second though, like his camera showed up.
He needs to unmute on his end, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'm just giving you some last minute instructions.
Well, all that great. Oh.
Yeah, he's all set.
Good methods, yeah.
He's all set?
Yes.
Do you want us to hang out?
Yeah. Oh, my God, here. Yeah.
He's a movie star today.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, be ready for the next day.
I know, it's-
Yeah, so far.
I know the monthly reports get kind of confusing just looking at them. I'm not sure what Kim usually does if she, I'm sure she doesn't go.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
basically,
highlights.
it's like if there's any significant change from one month to another, or
No,
like this month last year versus this month this year.
there is not really, HEAP is gonna have higher numbers. I want to point that part out if we go into anything. Because the, HEAP, as you know, has been, they keep on getting money, so we've had emergency heat open, we've had air conditioners. I mean, so we have more people getting more stuff because you have the heat, emergency heat, the second emergency heat. You have furnace and repair replacement, you have air conditioning, and you have the other furnace repair replacement. So you have all these, and they're been extending the monies a great deal. So more and more people are eligible, and then they're raising the amount that people can get. So the heat numbers are going to be up. Air conditioners usually last like all summer. This year they changed the regulation, so it's actually been shut off already. So air conditioners already replaced. You always had to have a medical, and the state changed it where they don't have to have a medical anymore. First come, first serve people. I need an air conditioner, so that number is going to be up. And Medicaid, with hopefully those numbers will be changing because since 2019 income has determined 2020 to the present Medicaid, they automatically renew everyone. Automatic renewal. Doesn't matter if you became a millionaire, it's automatic renewal. So they're hoping that within the next few months that'll change and that all those recertifications are going to become due. So those numbers are going to increase also. So for the most part, everything's back and forth. These are monthly transactions through the computer. Now we have what they call My Workspace. Things are going to be a lot more automated. Things will be registered through there, and then they automatically get registered again into the system. Other than that, most of the numbers, they just go up and down. Those are the biggest things I think that are going to see changes in over the next year. As to, she includes the Fed's report, which is the front end detection system. And that is, if no one's ever explained it to you, you'll see percentages for each. For Fed's purposes, you should have at least a minimum of 10% of your cases having a front end detection report done when we interview them at that start. Because a lot of times you can save money and that case doesn't open. So then you have those cost avoidances that you'll see later, in the end of the year report, things like that. That's where all that comes from. So you'll see Wyoming County is up to 18% right now. We're usually one of the higher counties. So some counties are still not even probably doing Feds because of COVID. We're proactive here. Again, when you see all these charts, sometimes, the intentional program violations, you won't see a lot of numbers there, but you'll see more, again, with the cost avoidances because we look at people up front rather than behind. So we're going to have more cost avoidance up front than doing those behind ones. But we do get those intentional program violations, which are the 6-month or year sanctions. The prison matches, as we get those, as you know, we have someone in-house from Sheriff's Department, so he can just look at this computer. We get those done really fast. The Paris matches is a public assistance recipient interstate matches, which is that shows if they're on in another state, and then we go in and we contact the other state and we try to determine are they really here or are they really in that other state to again avoid costs. And a computer matches borders, that's only from Maryland, the state of Maryland and New Jersey, or Massachusetts, I'm sorry, not Maryland, Massachusetts and New Jersey. Wyoming County hardly ever has those. So, nothing changes. Questions on any of those? Questions for Judy? Well, thank you, everyone. Yes, good seeing you guys. Yeah.
As I said earlier, Andrea will not be here for Office of the Aging. Tess is just back from vacation, so she's dealing with office stuff. On the agenda for Office of the Aging, OFA Advisory Council reports, the statistics for the month. Cheryl has input in, I believe, all of the numbers for the month, including the ISUP numbers, respite numbers. Home delivered meals are 301 active participants. Great. 262 meals being served today. Active meal sites, which is still just in arcade right now, and then the restaurant dining at the Pine Lounge. On the agenda, we have grant application and acceptance award with New York State Office for the Aging. And this is revenue from the New York Connects grant. It's an amount not to exceed $175,982. And that covers the period April 1st of 2022 through March 31st of 2020. Get a motion to approve that.
I'll move it.
Supervisor McCormick. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That's all she had for Office for the Aging. For Youth Bureau, the program updates statistics, early intervention was 84 active, 11 on the waiting list. Preschool, there's 49 active and 25 that are center-based. Right now, there are none on the waiting list, and that's because we're in the summer months. So that will change. And those numbers tend to go down in the summer. Out of 129 students, only 49 qualify for the summer services. So that will wind up going up between 60 and 70 once we get back into the school year. Next is a contract, authorizing the chairman to sign a contract with Glow Arc in Mount Morris for transportation for the summer session for an out-of-district Letchworth Central School student, and it's one student going to Letchworth Little Learners. And that's effective July 1st through September 30th of this year. May I get a motion on that? Got a motion. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Little learners. Summer program. Ledger's the only one that doesn't.
This too, I just got to
What's
find
that?
out.
Ledger must be the only
Okay.
province.
Next is a amend resolution 21-536. which was amended previously by resolution 2212. And it's an amended contract with Corvus Bus out of Olean, and that extends the end date to June 30th of 2024. And that's the only change. Supervisor Roberts. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried. Next is an FYI, it's contract under $3,000 with Peyton Howe for artwork at the Warsaw Village Park. And it is part of the Kaboom grant. And the murals that were painted on the park. It's not to exceed $2,000 and contracts from April 1st through December 31st. Next is a personal services contract with Karen Zaywa, who is a new speech language pathologist who's just moved into Wyoming County. So Andrew's very excited about services like that locally. And for preschool related services. And she doesn't have a specific address yet on that. And I don't have a dollar for that.
We'll do a little research. Hopefully it'll show up on the resolution.
She's an independent contractor. We're gonna snag her for the hospital. I hear we need some.
All right, can I get a motion for that?
I'll move it.
McCormick,
That's the first.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Carried. Next is disposition of fixed assets. Declare surplus and approve the disposal of a old color copier. The original cost 12 years ago was $18,424. No longer able to get parts for this. Can I get a motion to approve the disposal of this?
I'll move it.
Supervisor Key. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Number 8 is a professional services contract with Batavia City Schools for a preschool special education center based 4410 classrooms. An amount not to exceed. We'll have to put that down.
Yeah, we can also see what happens where like Andrea says if they don't get to it by Tuesday, because she says the contract's not noticed that yet, she's gonna withdraw until August. We don't have to do that. I started an email with Andrea yesterday. That says we can reach out to Doug Turner as long as we've got all the information and we can get it. We can get it edited on our side. We just might have to text them for a W-9, but
Okay.
I don't see any reason to have to withdraw a contract because we can't get them into Munis.
Okay. And they are assuming this will likely be students from the Attica School District. So, can I get a motion to approve this contract?
And I'm gonna get all the blanks filled in before the minutes are completed, so once they're.
Do we have an idea of how much it's gonna be? I
I
don't
don't know.
I don't feel
think she has
comfortable
it in her
approving
notes.
it without
Yeah,
a ceiling at least. We can always amend it if we have an amount.
I don't think it's gonna be unreasonable because most of her transportation contracts, I mean, this only runs, well, it runs 2 years.
This is education.
This is
though.
a classroom,
yeah,
This isn't transportation.
Oh, that's true.
and we don't know how many.
And she doesn't have a choice.
I know she doesn't have a choice. Yeah.
So you've gotta pay for whatever it is, and you get to choose. So I just gotta get the blanks filled in.
Right.
Why doesn't there by choice?
Or
Because it's mandated by the,
And they're like the sole source for it?
No, they get to choose. The recipients of the services get to
Oh,
choose
okay.
where they go. Which is why you've got so many of these people
Mhm.
on your
Right.
list of providers. I've just gotta get, and I can fill in the blanks because I was hoping Tess would be here. I've got something for her to sign, so I'm gonna pop in before I go back to the government center and have her fill in all the blanks. So when I do the minutes, you'll see all the numbers in there. I think it was just, Tess was on vacation and we had a family thing.
Oh, sure.
They were on their way to getting it finished, but you know, life happens, so. The worst thing that happens is you ask for it to be pulled on the floor. That would be the worst case scenario.
I'll move it.
I have a motion by Supervisor Roach. Is there any further discussion? Not all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I just have one other announcement from Office for the Aging. They are planning a senior forum on August 31st at the Warsaw High School. The topics are being planned now, and the advisory council has suggested some classes about scams, identity theft, etc. Just kind of reiterating that in people's minds, because there's always some new pitch that's out there. They would also like to have an attorney talk about important documents of the senior needs, and possibly a speaker on CBD oil, so they can have a better understanding of that.
The oil, Jerry.
Oh.
Yeah, and then, and that event will occur during the morning of the 31st. And then at noontime, there will be entertainment and lunch. So they will have more information to share, possibly in our board meeting packets with the events in the back. Anything else to come to the board?
You got one more item.
Yeah, we do have one more.
Oh, that's right. I got done with- Wyoming County Community Action, appointments to the GLOW Workforce Development Board, Wyoming County Business Representatives, 2-year terms from July 1st through June of 2022 through June 30th of 2024. And there's Norbert Foos and Steve Hall. Any discussion, questions?
They're just reappointments, but
Right.
I'll move it.
Okay. Got a motion, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Don't forget, we have the ribbon cutting at Veteran Services Office downstairs. They're looking forward to us showing up. Okay, all right, we are adjourned.
Are we meeting with planning for the governors today or no? Have you heard anything? There must be not then. He was supposed to see about having us talk about.
We can
our-
stop.
Which is. They better pick it up today.